Continues to mourn her death. Police are out in the community looking for answers and suspects.
This was just a very tragic, senseless incident.
This morning, the City of Anderson Police Chief Jim Stewart asked the public for help in solving this case.
We have got tips coming in from Crime Stoppers, but we need the public's help to actually cross that T and dot the I.
Investigators say someone shot into this home on West End Avenue around 1:30 early Sunday morning, killing 11-year-old Janiyah and injuring two other females, an 11-year-old and an 18-year-old.
We seek the truth.
Reverend James C. Clark is a part of the Community Action Committee. They're a group of ministers in Anderson who work to bridge the gap between the public and law enforcement.
We work closely with the police department so that we can be a liaison back to the community.
He and other community members attended today's press conference. They, along with law enforcement, hope to find the answers they need in this case.
Today, the team of detectives, narcotics officers, and street crimes units are working to canvass the neighborhoods.
And investigators tell us that the two survivors are still in the hospital, the 11-year-old in critical condition, the 18-year-old in stable condition. If you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. And one note we want to tell you about, that there is a candlelight vigil on Wednesday, the 26th at 7 p.m. at 1209 West Avenue, right here in Anderson. Reporting live for 7 News, Kimberly Brown.
Thank you, Kimberly. A separate shooting in Anderson left 2 people hurt, and the suspect is still on the loose tonight. Police say the shooting happened last night around 6:15 on Sandsbury Drive off East River Street, and the victims were taken to the hospital. We're still waiting to learn their condition. So far, no arrests have been made. More human remains have been found in Seneca after a day of searching.
Police say 35 people searched through the day and found the remains at a creek off Beach Drive. Here are pictures of the search as it was ongoing. The coroner says an upper torso and head were found. Officers have been searching for more remains since last week when a homeowner found a femur and a pelvis. An autopsy is being done Thursday. Fire crews are trying to figure out how a hotel that was set to open this fall caught fire. The fire at True by Hilton on Carolina Point Parkway started about 5 o'clock Sunday morning. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Roads were closed for some time while firefighters worked. We're still working to learn how that hotel caught fire. The hotel was supposed to open in October.
The North Carolina Attorney General says the state is working to send thousands of sexual assault kits that have been sitting in local law enforcement agencies over to the state crime lab to finally be tested. He also praised Asheville Police and the Buncombe County Sheriff's Office for their recent efforts to address the problem. And 7 News reporter Kirsten Glavin is joining us live now with details on that. Kirsten?
Now, the Attorney General said to his knowledge, North Carolina has the largest backlog of untested rape kits in the country. He's hoping by getting them analyzed, it will provide new information for cold cases that hinge on that evidence. Now, they did an inventory check last year and found that 15,000 sexual assault kits were untested across the state, some of them 30 years old or more. Now there's a push to get the funding to test them all. That'll be about $9 to $10 million, according to Stein. The state's also taking steps to ensure the backlog doesn't happen again. Last October, the state created a tracking system so victims can keep tabs on where their kits are during the process. There's also a bill called the Survivor Act that the General Assembly is considering this year, which would give law enforcement 45 days to submit a kit for testing.
That transparency will increase accountability of the entire criminal justice system. Testing these kits will undoubtedly put more criminals behind bars where they will not be able to hurt anyone else.
And Asheville Police got a round of applause today for submitting more than 400 untested kits to the state crime lab. That's about 3/4 of what they had in their possession, and that happened just in recent months. Reporting live in Asheville tonight, Kirsten Glavin, 7 News.
Kirsten, thank you. Still ahead on 7 News at 6. When you're cooling off in local rivers, you may have company and not the kind you want. Tonight we break down how you can figure out which waterways have pollutants. A popular summer pastime may be putting your family and you at risk.
Yeah, we're talking about cooling off in local waterways. So in this original report, we look into how you can research what's safe before you take a dip.
On a hot day like today, the roar of the falls in Greenville can be a calling to come cool down.
With the kids and everything, you gotta cool them off somehow.
Wading is one thing, but almost total body immersion? Not recommended in the Reedy, though some don't heed the warning signs about high levels of bacteria.
When you think about E. coli sources, you have the more rural sources such as agriculture or septic. And then in the urbanized areas, you have sources such as dog waste or wildlife such as geese or even sewer overflows.
Katie Hoddle with Upstate Forever says you'd be wise to check the results of testing at local waterways through the DHEC website Watershed Atlas. Right now, it shows 23 sites with swimming advisories, most in the upstate, including the Reedy.
The time you really want to avoid taking a dip in this is 24 to 48 hours after a big storm like the one we had yesterday in Greenville because of all that stormwater runoff.
Water quality experts warn the construction boom in Greenville is also adding to the problem, causing more runoff.
That could be rising temperature. It could be more bacteria running off of the landscape because there's more pets, more green spaces for geese to gather. So higher E. coli, chances of viruses and bacteria, possible public health risks to the stream, and erosions.
That's why nonprofits like Friends of the Reedy are training citizen scientists to monitor the water to help pinpoint sources of pollution. And while a little wading shouldn't hurt you, it also won't hurt to wash up after.
And we have more details on this report and the recent report on health concerns on North Carolina waterways on WSPA.com. There you'll also find links on how to access the water monitoring data from the states and swim advisories in both Carolinas.